Live from New York City, it's the Wendy Williams Show.
Hello, this is the Hot Topic Show. It's Wendy Williams.
We won't judge, but we're judging. It's going to be juicy.
Now, here's Wendy.
How lovely. So nice. Thanks for watching the show, and say hello to my co-host, my studio audience. I'm all gassed up and ready to go. Let's get started. It's time for... Yes! Thunder from Down Under is here. You know them. They'll be out here with no shirts on. They're like yeah, them. Pretty big show. You know, they cater to my kind of people. And they're gonna help me reveal a big surprise later on in the show, so make sure that you keep watching. Now, Lifetime, you gave me life. That New York prison break movie, The Seduction of Joyce Mitchell, was everything. Clap if you watched it. Did you actually watch it? It was so good. Joyce is only in jail for 7 years. After seeing the movie, they need to put her in jail for another 7 years and throw away the key. Oh, she's an awful woman. Oh, she got seduced by the George Lopez character, which George, I still insist you and Tom Green would have been great in this movie, but you know, anyway. Yeah, see, right? It's good casting. Anyway, so she apparently was having this torrid affair with the George Lopez character, right? But every once in a while, I think she and Tom Green got it in too. Meanwhile, Joyce is married, you know, and she treated her husband like dirt. Just all laid up with him. It wasn't even like he was doing anything bad. You know, sometimes there's a reason to cheat. Like if you know your man is cheating, then maybe you don't feel bad about hooking up with, you know, the killer at your job. I'm disgusted, Joyce. Well, you know, I love a good crime. And Nancy Grace is here today. Yeah. And what she's here doing is she's gonna help us break down some of the hottest crime stories out there. Believe me, you'll be riveted, okay? Nick, Mariah. In my head, there are 2 reasons why you've been spending so much time together in the last week. Oh yes, they were spotted by TMZ at the Beverly Hills Mr. Chow. Yep. Now he's not holding her hand, and he's, you know, you can't tell that it's romantical, but I definitely believe they're getting it in, still. Absolutely. And that's some good hair. A lot of people don't like sloppy, beachy hair. I love it. That was some good hair. Love it. Yeah, I definitely believe these 2 are still getting it in. And I also think that, all right, so number 1, they're together. I'm gonna give you my 2 reasons. So much recently. Because that wasn't the only place they were spotted. It's been every day, reoccurring.
Every day. Yep.
Well, you know, because he's coming on Thursday, so that, you know, what they're doing is, they're baiting us to talk about that. Of course, you guys, you know we're gonna talk about it. And I do believe that you guys still get it in. They were out with the kids. Look at this, they're out with the kids doing stuff. Yeah. Like in the hood, they always say that you could always go back to your baby's mom. I don't really think that's a hood thing, though. I think that sometimes couples, you know, once you get over the bitteration of not being together, and especially when the kids are young, but even when they're older, you know, I think that that's a comfortable place to go back to sometimes. You know, Sometimes. And only if there are kids involved. You know, otherwise, why the heartache? Anyway, they read bedtime stories with the kids together too. Look at this. Yeah, 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 yeah. And my thing is, well then, who's taking the picture? What all's it doing? Anyway, congratulations. They've managed to make this whole divorce thing actually work. And Nick, like I said, he's gonna be here on Thursday for, yeah. Not just for, you know, couch chat. He's actually going to, I invited him to be here for the full hour. Oh yes, when the double doors open, it'll only be me. But then as soon as I sit down, I'm bringing Nick out and another chair. I'll give him a folding chair. You know, I'm playing. I'm gonna get, you know, a chair, right? And he'll have his own cup, and we're gonna go through the whole show. Nick and Wendy Hot Topics, Nick and Wendy do Ask Nick and Wendy, Nick and, like, yeah. It's gonna be so much fun. And of course, in between, well, we'll take a look at what he sent me over the weekend.
Wendy, what up? How you doing? Yes, it's official. It's happening. I'm a man of my word. Coming on the show, the whole show, an hour long. I ain't leaving. You gonna have to kick my ass out the studio because we gonna talk about whatever the hell you wanna talk about, Wendy. Expect the turban. Let's go.
So Thursday is going to be epic. You know, I love when my celebrities are really open and forthright. There literally is not one thing, even behind the scenes, that he said, Wendy, you can't ask me about this or that. Like, nope, 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 nope. Attention, Jersey. So we don't live so close to it, but sometimes, you know, when you're a real fat ass, you know, in your mind, because whether you lose weight or not, you always have fat thoughts. You know what I'm saying? I'm minding my own business, laying in the bed. It's like not even like. It was 2:58 in the morning. The commercial comes on for the White Castle bean burger. Well, we live near a 24-hour White Castle. So I look at him and he looks at me. I put my robe and slippers on. And a good White Castle wig. And we went to congratulations, White Castle. You got it right. That's a good bean burger. Really good. Really good. I got a sack for then and a sack for once I woke up in the morning. All right, Mel B. Now, you know, I'm team you because I'm team women, you know, but we aren't so innocent. We do a lot of things, especially the modern woman with her modern woman money and, you know, the way it is, you know. So Mel B's former nanny, you know, the 18-year-old that they flew in from Germany to take care of the kids, she's fighting back with a defamation lawsuit. Well, I think she has a point. Now, first, let's go through the confidentiality agreement. Whether there is one or not doesn't even matter. This girl, Lorraine, is claiming that Mel B seduced her with alcohol and had casual sex with her. And the nanny is claiming she was a naive 18-year-old foreign exchange student. Well, first of all, I can believe all of the above, of everything. But you only stay naive for a second, girl. Don't you remember what 18 was like? Like, you were naive about things. I don't know about you, but I learned to score quick. In whatever it was in life, whether it was, you know, how to walk across the campus so somebody wouldn't rape you, you know, or, you know, how to change a tire so you don't have to call your dad because you're out with your wild hooligan friends that he doesn't want you hanging out with, or whatever. You know, 18 is young. You know, Mel B, look, the streets have been talking about you, separate and apart from Steven, your soon-to-be ex-husband. You know, the whole thing with the three-way sex and whatnot, that doesn't work. I don't know what part of that doesn't work people don't understand. Threesomes don't work when you are a serious couple. Like, you know, they might work for a one-night stand. You know, you know what I mean. A one-night stand. Anyway, Mel B reportedly isn't disputing the three-way claims, but sources do say, and by the way, Mel B, I don't believe that this is your first three-way, so, girl, really? Anyway, sources say that Mel B only got upset after Steven and Lorraine crossed the line and he had sex with her without Mel B. Now see? Well, you know the rule of a threesome. Nobody gets down until I get home. That's it. I mean, you know what I mean? Why are you calling her? You let me call. I'll go pick her up. You know, don't have her over. But so this girl is living in the house with them. She stayed for 7 years?
Years, yeah.
7 years. So she's not so naive. I don't know who makes a career at 18 years old out of being a nanny. That's like, you know, and shout out to all the nannies and people watching. There are a lot of people who are nannies who, you might be a little bit older and stuff like that. But at 18 years old with the world at your fingers, I mean, I could see being a nanny for 1 or 2 years, you know, while you sort out life and save money. And yes, if you're a foreign exchange student, this is like jackpot. Wait, what? I'm going to America? No, wait, hold on now. Hold on. And I'm gonna be living with the most popular member of an iconic group. And I see her on America's Got Talent and all that other kind of stuff. Wait a minute, now, whoa. And there's a Range Rover, my very own Range Rover outside on their driveway because they want the kids to be safe. Wait, hold on. Jackpot! Jackpot! During our Hot Topics meeting, they got all church-like on me, talking about, well, how does an 18-year-old, you know, take care of children, and doesn't she feel bad that, you know, mom and dad are getting a divorce, and what does she do, you know, when you know, if the kids discover it? I was like, at 18 years old, what do you care about somebody else's kids? I'm gonna be real with you, right? What do you care? When you're 18, it's all about getting your groove on regarding your social life and figuring out your career and having fantastic stories so that by the time you're 38 and you're married, you can sit back and say, yes, I have lived. I have lived. I would never trust some 18-year-old girl or boy with my kid. You know what I mean? Suzanne, weren't you selfish as hell back then?
Yeah, I didn't even like kids then. I mean,
Me neither.
Yeah.
Me neither.
No.
But if my way of getting in is to move to Beverly Hills from Germany with a wealthy couple, and so what? He wants me to break him off some tail. Oh, and she does too? Okay, well, this is one for the analogs. Yes. Anyway, Mel B, stop talking about this, because you and Steven kind of brought this on yourselves. Mel B and Steven are back in court today. Of course, we'll be following that story. Ugh. The rule of a threesome. Oh, and don't forget they have all those sex tapes. Yeah, and in some of the sex tapes, she's alleged to be holding the camera. You know, like directing. There's a real perv in our Hot Topics meeting, and he was like, oh, I gotta see it. I gotta see it. Not him, he doesn't care about, he doesn't care. Anyway, Mary J. Blige, you're another one. I hate this job. Sometimes, you know, when you have to talk about nice people, but it's my job to break it down. So Mary claims that Kendu spent, I can't believe we are arguing over $420,000 of her money, he says, during their 13-year marriage.
13.
A 13-year marriage. claiming that it was travel expenses. That's what he claimed, but he was really, according to Mary and Mary's team, spending it on his new girlfriend. Well, first of all, I don't believe Kendu has a new girlfriend, because that's not what you do when you get divorced. When you get divorced, you have many new girlfriends and boyfriends. Oh, please. Oh, police. Oh, police. Oh. I know that you all are apprehensive about that, but as a woman who, even though it was a small 5-month situation, but there were 250 people, and when I got divorced, I didn't ever want to get married again. I figured I'd have kids, but I'll do it on my own. I'd make my own money, I'll do it on my own. But I definitely didn't want to have a boyfriend, and I dated often and a lot. Sometimes 2 dates in one day. What? Of course. I didn't work till 6 o'clock at night. I had time for a breakfast date and a lunch date. And sometimes it'd be a lunch date or a pick-me-up at the studio at 10 o'clock when I get off this radio date. Dating does not mean that you're sleeping and sluttery. Dating means you are having fun. Anyway, back to Mary. So, listen, Mary. I can't believe that we're arguing about $420,000. Kendu made his own money. He was your manager. Managers generally get a very healthy percentage of what we earn. So they definitely have their own money. And $420,000 over 10 years, listen, why are we talking about this, Mayor? Is Puffy, or is your team putting you up to this? Puffy, she's surrounded by a lot of people who definitely are trying to help Mary up while kicking Kendu's back in. Well, look, he's still asking her for $110,000 in alimony. They don't have kids together. I don't know that he deserves that. Mary's saying she doesn't have it. She's saying that her estate is in the hole to the tune of $10 million. How do you crawl out of that hole? Like, you literally have to sing for your life every day. Make more of that perfume, Mary, or something. I'll tell you what I don't want to hear, though. I don't want to hear a whole bunch of boo-hoo crying all over the new Mary J. Blige album regarding Kendu and the relationship. I really don't want to hear it, because that's the same song that she's been singing all of her career. With the exception, some club bangers. I like a club banger, But that slow music, ugh, I'm not gonna cry, I'm not gonna cry. And don't get me wrong, because that song has saved the lives of a lot of women. It's also galvanized, the women force. It's just, for me, when I want to cry, I need something to lift me up and out. Like, I can't. I used to have this roommate. Well, she was a grown woman when I was in college, and she used to love Sade, right? But one particular song, and she loved to clean too, because she was grown. Like, she had real furniture, and all she needed was a roommate. And so she gave me the little room, but it was cool because it was right next to the fire escape. So, I could go out there and do my business. And then I was in college. And then shut the window and come on back inside. I had a mattress on the floor, a clean bathroom. She used to listen to Sade, Is It a Crime? While vacuuming. And she would always be in fights with her boyfriend, like a real Hellcat. And do you remember the last note of Is It a Crime? Is it a crime? I'm like, oh my gosh. Like I can't do it. I can't do it. I need to hear Rihanna. I need to hear the upbeat music to pull me out of the hole. Anyway, just so happens that all this drama is coinciding with Mary's new album. It's called Strength of a Woman, and it comes out on Friday. Okay. Lindsay Lohan might have a new job. Lindsay, by the way. Are you watching? Are you still, where did I tell you she was?
Somewhere overseas.
Right before she called and left a message for me.
Yeah.
So I tried the number I told you, the number didn't dial. I don't know how to dial overseas. I had people come over to the house who are familiar with dialing overseas. Can you dial this number? It wasn't working. Lindsay, I don't know if you're watching, but number one, I need your updated number. Number two, Tyra Banks and you. I remember the movie very well, Life Size. Oh look, like the cheesiest movie ever, but that's one of those movies. I've seen that movie like 15 times. Yeah, a good one. By the way, shout out to Jamie Luner. Was I the only one in the house this weekend watching Jamie Luner? She played in a movie, it was like Good Boss or something like that. Anyway, when you see her, she's not a huge actress, you know, but she's good for us. Very dramatic, Jamie, very dramatic. Anyway. So this movie came out in 2000, and Tyra played a doll that came to life, and Lindsay was the daughter. Well, Tyra just signed to star and executive produce the sequel to Life Size, and she wants Lindsay to be a part of it. Yeah, I think that's terrific. So Tyra, if you have the same telephone number I have, I don't know how you're gonna get in touch with her. But Lindsay, pick up the phone, because Tyra's calling you, and I'm still waiting for you to find out, why were you calling me? Let's talk about Sierra. So dramatic. She looks absolutely stunning in this picture. She's gonna give birth any moment. It's good, healthy chub on her cheeks. Good wig, or whatever it is. And good baby bump. What is she having, triplets? She's having just one?
She's big.
She is very big. She's married to a football player, so they raise them big. Anyway, congratulations, Sierra, and good luck to you. All right, we've got more great show, everybody. Thunder from Down Under is here with a special surprise. But up next, okay, Nancy Grace is here with the inside scoop on some of the biggest crime stories going. Trust me, you don't want to miss Nancy, because she's next.